Hey guys, I just wanted to make a short video just to kind of give you guys my testimony or my journey to that brought me to today. I got on YouTube in 2010, really, but 2011 I really started to make videos because I realized something wasn't right, in the world, and I had begun to do research and study things starting back in 2007. And it didn't take long to realize that something was significantly wrong in the world, not just here in the United States, but around the world. And as I've done more and more research, I started to put videos out and to let people know what I found out, the facts that I found, the documentations that I found, the different things that have happened. But as I continued to research, I eventually got to a point where I realized and began to see the full picture. And it didn't take long to realize that there was a group of people that were in control of each nation and really in control of the world, and they could do anything from manipulating weather to putting holographic images in the sky that look so real, and being able to implant sound directly into the mind so that people hear things but people around them don't hear it, and all these other various technologies, such as being able to control the weather, control the earthquakes, and all the various different things. And that eventually made me to where I started putting the puzzle together, and I made an entire series about putting the puzzle together and the people involved and all the different things that were going on. But as the research continued and continued, it really didn't take that long to realize that not only were these people in control, but they had opposition out there to fight against those who were coming or waking up or coming to the truth. And as time went on, I began to see the absolute full picture of things, and it was coming up toward the 2016 elections. And at this point, I had realized that they weren't just in control, but they were at the final stage of taking over and utterly controlling absolutely everything, and that they were at the very last stage, and that all that they needed now was Hillary in position, and this would be the very end of ends. We were out of options. Our voice wasn't heard. We didn't have any help. There was no way out. As the elections took place, I was pretty sad, and I ended up going to bed early because I thought, in my mind, we have no hope. They've already got Hillary in position. They're in control of those things. They control the voting and all this kind of stuff. And so I went to bed, just kind of gave up. I woke up the next morning and could not believe what I saw. Donald Trump, a businessman, an everyday American, a patriot, someone that has absolutely nothing to do with politics and is not a politician, got in office. How was that even possible? Knowing what I knew, how was that? That was an impossibility. It was not possible. I was blown away. Hope came back. I was amazed. How in the world could Donald Trump become the president of the United States? They had control of the executive office. They had control of everything. They were going to put Hillary in, and within 8 years, that was it. Actually, really, within the first 3 or 4 years, we would have an onslaught of immigrants and everything else that would come in and take over, and nationalism would be gone, and all that would exist is straight up socialism. And the last remaining light of the world, the United States, would have been taken over, and we would cease to exist. We wouldn't even be here today talking. Well, that's how I ended up coming up here to this state, and then all of a sudden, about a year into Donald Trump's presidency, we start getting these Q drops, this Q level military intelligence drops to the public, and I just was amazed by this, and I started to research him and to study it out and to watch 8chan and 4chan and do the different things and see what this was about, and I studied it out, and I realized that he was doing nothing but providing facts and giving us things to go dig and to find our own facts and to think for ourselves, and to stop being divided, and to unite, and to trust one another, and to help one another, and to lift one another up, and to take down this globalist cabal, this satanic cabal that controls the world. And I was just absolutely blown out of the water by what was going on. And so I started to keep up with Q, and I know a lot about the scriptures because I've read the scriptures so many times it's ridiculous. Just because I really want to know what the scriptures say, not what the preacher says, not what this religion says or that religion says, but what does the scriptures themselves say? What does the Quran say? What does the Holy Scriptures say, the Bible? What do all the different religious texts say? Not what the preacher says or a person says, but what did the actual different texts say? And so I had to know, and so I've read them several times, because that's just me. I gotta know. I guess that's part of being a Virgo. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to let you guys know how I came to where I am today. It was through a long process. It was back in the days when we were labeled as fear mongers. The labelists labeled us as fear mongers, haters, conspiracy theorists. All this hate was attacked upon us, and then to come to find out that everything that we ever said, now Q has come forward and said as well, and has made it crystal clear that we are under a satanic cabal, and that it is being taken down, and all these different things. So I've been through a lot. Shills and all them people, they don't bother me. They never have. They never will, because they don't know what they're talking about, or they're being paid to do what they're doing. So, guys, I love you all. I truly and genuinely do. Love is the answer. Truth is the answer. Love is the answer. And transparency is the answer. Without those three things, you have nothing to stand on. These people on the other side are so scared. They're shaking in their boots. You can see it in their soul. You can see it in their facial reactions. You can see it in their character. All these different things. Justice is coming, people. Be patient. It's coming. It really is coming, and there's no questioning it. If you really dig down and look at what's happened and what all has taken place, the indictments and all the different things, it's coming. The other thing I wanted to mention is a lot of people have asked, what's going on with you, the growing awareness? I mean, why all of a sudden you're making a lot of videos? I thought you didn't have time. Well, I don't have time. I mean, I do. I work a lot. I've got to pay the bills and do the different things, to make it in life, and so I work a lot. But a few days back, a couple big labs got into a fight. One a lab, the other a half lab, half pit bull, and separated them out. But one of them managed to get a huge chunk of me, and so I've been down. I've got about 6 stitches, so I haven't been able to work. So I've been able to put out a video every day or so, and I've enjoyed it. It's really been nice, but the pain hasn't been nice at all in any way, form, or fashion, and that kind of thing. But that's why I've been able to put out the videos, and I love to put them out. I love to inform people. I love to educate people. I love to help people, and but life is life, so we got to do what we got to do, and eventually me putting out videos every day is going to come back to an end. I'm going to have to get back to work and get back to doing what I do. But guys, I love you guys. Get in the Word, stay in the Word, get the Word in you. It's important. It's the most important thing. Religion doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the truth, and getting the Word in you. And just finally, let's just cover up, let's just show why I say we need to get the Word in us. Over in the book of John, verse 1 in King James Version, it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. In Him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. There was a man sent from God, whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor the will of man, but of God. And the Word was made flesh, and the Word was made flesh, and the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Get the word in you. Love you guys. Talk to you later.